So today, really quick disclaimer. I'm in the process of recording a response video to Mr. Caption's Fallout 4 video. Um, and in the video, you'll hear me say something under the effect of like, oh, I'll record this every day. Well, that's not going to happen. It'll get finished when it does. I'm going to release them in parts so I don't have like hours long worth of content. I kind of like getting straight to the point with those, but response videos take a long time because I want the other person to speak. Well, this is just how it goes. The other person speaks, you respond, blah, blah, blah. So that adds more to the video. So with that out of the way, let's get started. You know what's so funny about toxic friends? And this is actually something I've been researching and looking up. And I'm going to say it straight up. Like, yeah, I've been talking to ChatGPT. I think it's cool, man. I like ChatGPT. I take everything it says with a grain of salt, of course. Like, it doesn't speak gospel truth or anything. And to be honest, I even had a conversation with ChatGPT about that. And it's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. Which is quite impressive. It knows that. And it's even telling me instead of lying and saying, no, everything I say is true. But the thing about toxic people I just find fucking hilarious about is the fact that, when you fully cut them off, and honestly, this is just the most funniest thing because this is actually this is where it gets very telling, okay? Like, it doesn't matter if it's an individual one-on-one friendship or a friend group. Well, I think there's a bit of different dynamics at play, at least with a friend group, right? Like, if I guess a friend group has people to spy on you more so than I would say a one-on-one. But even those people can have people spy on you and all this other shit. And honestly, that doesn't happen as often as people want you to believe. But they do try to get you back to being friends with them. And I just think that's idiotic. Honestly, that's actually fucking hilarious too. Because that right there is them pretty much outing themselves the minute they have someone relay a message. If they even do that, if you run into a situation like that where like your ex-girlfriend, your guy friends, whatever, tells someone, and it's very obvious when that happens, like it's like they quickly say it, and especially if they didn't even want to say it, they just quickly say it, get it out of the way, blah, blah, blah. And that is the most telling. Okay, and the reason it's the most telling is because because the goal with these people is that, like, the minute you call them out, they point the finger at you and claim you're this fucking terrible person, and it's even more funny because after they do that, after like a year, maybe a few months, in my case, a year, they try to rope you into their shit again. Like, they just claimed you were the worst person ever. Like, the way they reacted to you calling them out, not necessarily, well, yeah, it's you calling them out, and they treat you like you're some fucking terrible person. You're the worst friend ever. No, you're the bad friend. Oh, no, you have these issues. Obviously, and I mean, they don't listen to a single thing you said. It's just finger pointing at the end of the day, and also character smearing, but they think that, they could be your friends again, and that really proves that they never had anything against you, because why in the fuck would you try to be friends with those people, or they try to be friends with you? That's the hilarious part, because they think they're smart, and they think that they can, get under your skin, and it's funny. It just is. Like, if you really look back and think, or take a step back and actually look at it, it's desperation. That's the reason they actually, want or are having people either relay, information or using alts to contact you on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, whatever, that has, an instant messaging mechanic. It's just funny because that right there proves that you never were the problem, because now they want you back. Like, that's fucking hilarious on so many goddamn levels. It's not even smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, people give toxic people so much credit. Oh, I can't believe that this person did this to me. I can't believe that. I was so shocked. And don't get me wrong. It is okay. No, not really, but it's understandable because, you don't want to see the negative sides of humans or, people in general. And that's fine. There is nothing wrong with that. The reason people are saying these people are smarter, because, most toxic friends, let's be real, are fucking manipulative, and manipulative people are the ones that they say, well, they're such a mastermind. But you ignored the signs, or you brushed them off. It's not the matter that you ignored them, because 90% of us, I guarantee you, see them, but you brush them off because, they make you feel good to some extent. Until you actually, your brain recollects itself and you start to realize, okay, yeah, these people really aren't for me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, homie? It's just, it's funny when they try to recruit you again. It's just really weird. Really weird. It's like they just don't get the point. They just don't. Like, the minute you block them, that should be like the biggest indication that, that should be the biggest indication that they should fuck off. Yeah. And they'll talk about you still. If you keep to your word, like, they still will. They'll talk about you. They can't let whatever happened go, because when you pull the mirror up to these motherfuckers, man, all they're going to do is just seethe. That's literally what they're doing. And the more silent you stay, the more it eats at them, because now they actually have to reflect on their behavior, and they're not going to do it. So they kind of, if it's a friend group setting, let's say, they kind of get together and talk shit about the person. It's only to make them feel good. It's not like they actually have anything valid of pointing out, and that's, like, I just don't understand. Like, they think that, you would want to be friends with them after the shit they pulled. Get the fuck out of here. So, yeah, so I want to talk about my community service on top of that. So let's get into that. Oh boy, community service. So in my jail video, I talked about that I'm probably getting community service. Well, that ended up being the case. I'm going to say this. The work wasn't bad. Even the officers I had, they were really cool. Actually, really cool. Hard-headed. One of them actually was. He was a sergeant, and he was cool, man. I actually have respect for the dude. And same with the other officers. I even had a conversation with one, and he told me something about, I don't know if it's true, but since he's an officer, I'm going to assume it's true because it was law related. He told me I could have, well, that's a whole other story. I don't want to get into that, but it was to do with a job like Amazon, but we'll get into that later, but if I remember. So I'm not going to lie, man. I was really nervous. Obviously, I mean, who would be walking into a situation like that, feeling fine? I don't know who. And, so, my first day was fine. I worked with the incarcerees. Oh boy. Hey, because they can't have tobacco. I don't know why, but they can't have tobacco or vapes or anything, which the vapes is understandable, but the tobacco part, I just don't understand. Maybe something happened. I mean, it's prison, so usually people tend to fuck up the rules and make them worse, but that's just how it is. I met a few of the incarcerees were cool, but I never got like too close to them, specifically because I am not going to be friends with people in lockup for two reasons. The first one is because they're going to try to get you to bring shit in. You know, they're going to try to fucking get you to do that. They're also going to try to probably have you do some dumb shit as well. Secondly, I don't know who the fuck they are. I don't know if they're capable of making the same mistake. That's just me personally. The people I worked with, they weren't like hardened criminals and murderers and, oh boy, bro, I'm going to stab you in the asshole. They weren't like that. They were DUI incarcerees. And some of them were cool. They were conversadable. There was one guy that looked around my age who was in there for a DUI. I felt bad for him. He was cool. I got along with a good majority of them because I'm not there to start shit. You know, I'm not like that in general. Unless I'm calling some fucking fake ass friend out. Or because that's just how it tends to be. But I've learned that sometimes calling him out really isn't worth it. But that's besides the point. So the last part of my first day, this fucking dude, man, he was like, oh, bro, you should just put a vape in your shoe and then bring it on the trailer. And it was funny as fuck. Oh, my God. And then I had to tell the people that worked there that. I was like, yeah, because they asked me, how was your first day? And I told them the truth. I was like, yeah, you know, someone told me to fucking bring a vape to bring in contraband pretty much. And I ain't doing that. I'm not fucking up making my situation worse. I want to get this shit over with. You know, I want to prove to the court, not specifically for me, but to show the court that not every human being's a fuck up. Some people make mistakes. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's shown the court that, but it helps to be a part of that. And the lady even told me, she was like, oh, well, you know, we have people leave when that happens. And I was like, whoa, really? So they just rather would sit in a cell than have to, I don't know, not bring contraband in? I don't know. So that's what she told me. So I had like 40 hours to do. The second day was cool. My brother was awesome, and he let me take his car, which is a sweet ride. Actually, I'm not a very big car person, so I have no idea what the fuck his type of car is, and I won't even say it due to, internet reasons, but he let me take his car. They even let me drive to the location. And so I followed the officers. And man, when I'm following somebody to a location, I get really nervous for some reason. I'm like, oh fuck, if I lose them, I'm gonna get lost, and haven't been here before. It's one of those. Comment down below if you can relate to that. Anyhow, so I followed them to the location. We put together tile. It was cool. They actually had us, or the place that we helped, they gave us sandwiches, chips, and cookies, which was fucking awesome. Very courteous of those people that we helped out. Now this is where things get interesting. So, I mentioned I worked with incarcerated people. I was supposed to be working with people that were also in community service. I didn't start working with people that were also in community service until the last few fucking days. Like, literally, the second to last day, I worked with two girls. One of them was in high school. Wow, her story was fucking crazy. Similar to mine, but I would argue a little worse. Because she got drunk and supposedly hit a cop. I don't know. Which I believe to be the case. And then there was another girl who was like 2 years younger than me, because I'm 26, which I felt more comfortable talking to her, to be honest. Because, what do I have in common with a high schooler? Besides maybe we both we got drunk and did some dumb shit while drunk. I don't know. But I felt more comfortable talking to this girl. She was getting off fentanyl. And actually, to be honest, man, that alone made me a bit attracted to her at the end, man. It wasn't because of her looks. It was because she was fighting. And if what she said is true, and she's actually trying to get off of it, then cool. You know, more power to her. I hope she stays off that shit. And I even told her that. I was like, yeah, stay off that shit. And she was like, thanks. We just picked up trash. Man, like if you've ever, holy crap. I think it was my third day or my fourth day. One of the fucking two, man. He picked up a shit bucket, man. Some fucking idiot left a fucking bucket on the goddamn side of the road, and it had shit in it. And I was the one who picked it up because, I mean, it's like I'm there to show that I'm not a fuck up. So I picked it up like a champ, threw it in the back of the fucking trailer. And they didn't want us doing that, but I get why that officer did. He wants to help clean up the world, and at least from what I've seen, because he's actually pitched in and helped us, which was fucking amazing. Like, I have high respect for that, because he didn't really need to, but he did. And this is where things, in that same fucking day, man, holy shit. This is when I was, this is actually, that was my second to last day. I got that fucked up. So that was my third day when I worked with the two girls, which nothing really important, or not important, nothing really entertaining besides finding a fucking pocket pussy on the side of the road and the officer giving me shit. Oh, is that yours? Is that yours? It was funny. It was funny. It was weird. Like, I don't know who would throw that out. It was a nice looking one too, man. I mean, no, it was all fucking gross and muddy. And even had the ass connected to it, which, whatever. And it's really kind of like, you just clean up the world. And it was fun. I actually enjoyed doing that. I know there are programs for it, but once I get out of this shit, I am definitely probably going to volunteer and help with that. I personally didn't mind it. So where it got very interesting, and I worked with some really weird people, was I worked with some people that were also in community service, and this is the day before my last. This fucking guy, man. When people are like the conversation hogs, they talk. Oh yeah, man. I wouldn't do that. I quit doing that shit. And then they contradict themselves and they say things like, oh man, like if they say like they were trying to go stop gambling. Oh man, if I kept that $20, I would have taken it straight to the casino. It's the type of people I was kind of dealing with. And one of them, man, oh my fucking God. One of them actually brought a fucking dab pen, offered for me to hit it, and I was like, no. Because that was one of the days I showed up. I didn't even fucking sleep. But I still got it done, which is fucking awesome. Proud of myself for that. Means I'm a fucking hustler. If I could fucking lift heavy-ass garbage bags and still be sleep-deprived, then I am a hustler. And if you could do it, then you are a hustler too. Anywho, the guy that talked a lot, we'll just call him Sir Talks a Lot. Bro, this motherfucker, towards, like, when we were done, he was talking to this other dude that was in the fucking trailer. He was saying shit like, oh, Hitler, isn't, he's a bad leader, but, and then he proceeded to say that the experiments they did in World War II, we learned things from it. Have you not heard of the Angel of Death? What did we learn from that? That you can't fucking conjoin humans? If that's even the right thing, because honestly, fuck that guy. Fuck both of them. The guy that was saying that, and also the fucking person the Angel of Death. I forget his fucking name, it's not important. Anywho, like, he was saying shit like that, and the other guy was like, oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, they really did find some stuff. And I'm going to be honest, this is going to be a little controversial. In a way, yeah, but it's not like we made some significant advancements, or what they did was so revolutionary in World War II, Nazi Germany, that it's even worth saying that we made scientific discoveries. Like, the way he was saying it was like, oh yeah, there was some breakthroughs. Like, there was a lot of them. Bull fucking shit. The Angel of Death example I just pulled, no. No. That, like, some of those discoveries were from fucking straight up torture. Anywho, fuck that guy. And he kept looking at me funny, too. He was side-eyeing me because I didn't say shit. I didn't agree or disagree with him. I just kept my mouth shut because I'm not there to fucking start shit. And usually with people like that, they will try to start shit if you question or call them out. Right? So I was like, whatever, fuck this guy. I'm glad I don't get to see him again. And then my last day, oh, God, man. I don't know what it is with some of these people that go to community service, but it just seems like they don't fucking learn from their mistakes at all. Because this dude, he was also a fucking talker. Most of these fucking Sir Talks-a-lots are insecure fucking people, man. Like, let's be real. Like, this dude was saying, I don't even remember half the shit he was saying, to be honest, because I do want to keep the video moderately short. I know it's 21 minutes and 50 seconds, but when we were picking up garbage, it was just another trash day. The day before, the second to my last, was trash day. Nothing really interesting we found there. Besides, we picked up trash right by where I live, I guess. And that was a shit bucket day, so... Oh, fuck, man. And also, that same day, second to last, with Sir Talks-a-lot, Mr. Secretly approves of Hitler, we found a fucking mound of garbage, dude. Like a goddamn mound. It was the most disgusting and saddest fucking thing I've ever seen. Ever seen. I even swear I saw a dead animal in the mix of all that. Ugh. You know, fucking nasty. And this is another thing, too. We also took down a squatter camp. Oh, yeah, this was the first day. Man, I'm forgetting. My first day, we took down a squatter camp. There was a tent and everything. There was no one there, fortunately. No needles, surprisingly, unless somebody found them and I just don't remember. But we took down a fucking tent. Yeah, and one of the incarcerees threw up because there was a fucking, I don't know, months-old chicken in a fucking cooler and it stunk like shit. Like, it was a wafting shit smell, dude. It was bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't really react to it because I was like, well, we're taking down a squatter camp, so we're going to be bound to find some unfortunate, disgusting thing. And, well, yeah, one of the incarcerees threw up, and that was on the first day. But, yeah, so the second to last day, found the shit bucket. One of the community service guys actually wanted to drink out of it. No, I'm just kidding. But my last day, so this guy was also a Talks-a-lot, too. And he was, like, saying shit towards the end, like, he was like, oh, man, I wanted to do brush, man. I could get my fucking chainsaw. I could cut that out. Like, this officer told me we were going to do some brush. And it's like, okay, no. This ain't a job. You're doing whatever the place you're doing community service at wants you to do. That's just how the fuck it is. One day you're doing tile. Next day you may be trimming brush. Fucking, dude. It's like, I don't think the officer even talked to the guy, man. And this dude showed up to fucking, because this is what was going on, because even the lady told me, like, she was very cool too. But anyhow, the lady I was in more contact with, actually, that would inform the officers I was there, Anywho, she told me that one of the guys showed up drunk, and this is like way before I even worked with the dude. But yeah, Sir Talks a Lot showed up to fucking community service drunk and even fucking bragged about it. Like, I was like, dude, how in the hell are you bragging about that? That's not funny. Like, I laughed fakely, like, yeah, cool. Even though it's not. Like, you fucked up your case. Guarantee you. I mean, dude, it was to the fucking point. One of the officers literally said to him, if you drove here and you get in your car and drive, he's probably, I think it was either throw him in jail or give him a fucking ticket. So he couldn't drive home. He said he had to hitch a fucking ride. And this dude was kind of an asshole. Like, my boots suck, at least, or either my tying skills suck. Because my boots kept coming untied, and I had to retie them. And dude, man, this guy walks by, he's like, well, Velcro seems more your style. And it's like, you tied your boots like 30 fucking times. And I was just sitting there, smiled, laughed, didn't say shit. Because who cares? Like, bro, like, shit happens. I don't know what you want me to do. Cut my laces off? Use my pubic hairs as fucking laces? That'd be worse. And a bit disgusting and painful. Anywho, fucking, like, that guy was saying some really stupid shit to me. I didn't react to him at all. And then later in that fucking night, that day, he was talking shit about, the people that didn't want to continue walking. Like, we were out there for a while. And, I was getting tired, too. It was one of those days I think I didn't sleep, or I didn't get very much sleep, but whatever. He was like, oh, man, I had to do more hours. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, because you're an irresponsible fuck. Like, this isn't a dick measuring contest, brother. This is literally community service. So I don't know why he was saying shit like, oh, yeah, man, I did more hours. I've walked more in this. And I was wearing 2 fucking jackets in the fucking heat. I'm not joking. Like, I was. It wasn't smart of me to do that. I'm willing to admit that. Like, yeah, that was stupid. But if I was able to fucking leave 2 jackets on the entire time and you had to take your little sweatshirt off, dude, you shouldn't be saying shit like that at all, in my own opinion. Like, bro, this ain't, as I said, a dick measuring contest. It's community service. I don't know why you're talking shit about the other people. You don't even want to be here. And your dumbass showed up drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? You're going to be talking all that shit even though you probably fucked up your case? Like, holy crap. Holy crap, man. Holy crap. Yeah. That's also we did on my last day, same day as Mr. Velcro, or Mr. likes to brag about how many hours of community service he had to do. That was my last day. And we also worked with incarcerees as well. One of them literally was a fucking tweaker and missing teeth and shit. It's like, kind of sad. Kind of sad. But, honestly, people are who they are. I mean, I don't know the guy's story. Wasn't a douchebag by any means. But yeah. Oh yeah, and Mr. drank and came to community service. You know what's so funny? He was talking about, like, he's like, oh, because it was also supposedly his last fucking day. And he was sitting there saying shit like, oh yeah, once I'm all done with this, it's my last day, man. I'm going to go home, drink, and get an 8-ball. I don't know. It's like, dude, you're literally coming off very fucking immature. Like, I don't know why you would fucking say that. And honestly, you're probably going to end up in the same situation. And him showing up drunk, I doubt that was his last day. The point and the reason I'm even talking about that and even saying what I'm saying is because people that are in community service could be liars. They were even saying stuff like, oh yeah, you should just lie on your drug and alcohol evaluation. And it's like, no, you shouldn't. Because it's better to be honest. There's no reason for you to lie. But, you know, you do you. Like, you, all of us, we can't control what fucking people do. And if you try, and you continue to try and get frustrated, then you have a controlling problem. Sorry, like, even if it's a stupid decision, you could point it out and say, hey, yeah, man, that's a fucking dumbass decision. I don't know why you're doing that, but to try to get them to change, like, that just won't happen. Because your experiences, or not experiences, but, like, you're not their brain. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you do. Yeah, some of them I felt bad for. I felt bad for the girl on fentanyl. I felt bad for one of them. I don't even want to say his prison name, because he was cool. He wanted to get a CDL, but he was in for a DUI. Really? He was a cool guy, though. He remembered me. Like, when I'd see him, I'd give him a head nod. He'd give me a head nod. He was a very conversational dude. Like, he gave me the rundown. A little lazy, but whatever, you know. And who knows, you know, I'm pretty sure even if you have a DUI, there's workarounds to getting a CDL or doing something minor, but sometimes getting a DUI can fuck your chances up with that, just saying. So don't always think there's a workaround. Some places are going to be like, oh, you got a DUI, though. Anyhow, that's besides the point. So that's my experience with fucking community service, dude. Holy shit, that was a ride. Even though it was 40 hours, I know people have done more. I'm not saying like, oh man, dude, it was so tragic. 40 hours is terrible. Oh man, the agony. I was put through so much. No, I know people have done more. I mean, I wouldn't be sitting there trying to even compare, because that just, you know, if you were given more hours to do community service, that means what you did was pretty bad. I mean, really bad. It's not worth it. Anyhow, that's just how it is, man. It's just how it is. So without further ado, that's me, Sacred G. I do want to appreciate all of you who have made it this far. And honestly, respect people. That's actually also something I've learned from this. I know I did talk shit about a few of them, but those are the people I believed that deserved it. The CDL guy, we'll call him that. He was cool, though. Like, I really had respect for him. The officers were fine. That one officer that actually talked to me was actually fucking cool. He gave me an insight, pretty much. So, I thought that was actually the best part. Anywho, again, that's me. And again, thank you very much for making it this far. I'll see you guys in the next fucking video. Peace the fuck out. Do not get yourself in the situation I'm in. Do not drink like a retard. And also, live your life. Stay positive. Stay happy. Well, actually, no. Go through the motions if you need them. If you're having a bad day, let some tears roll. You know, life tends to be how it is. So I'll catch you in the next video. Peace the fuck out. Thank you so much, and goodbye.